What's up, everybody? Today we are looking at the 1K Super Tuesday funnel table. Let's see what we can see, what we can find. Alright, so what do you think about this?
I do not like this raise size. He makes it like two big blinds. So this is like 4.5
This is 5 big blinds.
or sorry, 5 big blinds. Yeah, I don't like this. I think it needs to be a little bit bigger.
Alright, let's look it up. 5.5. So I'm wondering if HRC is gonna say whether it's more of a call. Or is it more of a three bet?
I would say that is probably more of a raise here. Like we're gonna three bet a lot when we cover him, especially with a hand like jacks. We're just going to be flipping a lot when we call, where he has to fold some hands like king queen off.
Alright, and then we're looking at the cutoff. So we can call profitably with jacks. But three betting. Three betting is also a fine option.
Yeah, well, both of them are, they're just like almost the same, right? 0.1 EV difference.
Yeah, it's very, very slim. So either calling, but it prefers to call by a hair. So alright, so we can three bet here, we can call.
I prefer three betting as well. C-bet here is pretty standard after we three bet. Like we're gonna have a lot of kings here as well.
Yeah, but what about the size?
Half pot maybe too ambitious given the SPR.
Half pot seems bad here. You wanna probably, I believe you wanna bet 1/3.
I agree with the 1/3 sizing because there's the board is so disconnected that he's not calling with like ace 10 here.
Alright, so after the turn goes check, check, do you think king, queen is supposed to block bet small?
Probably sometimes. After check, check, we get to bluff a lot. The issue is that we don't have a bluffing hand, we just have value. So we're trying to, when we bet here, we're trying to induce with king queen. And like, what hands are we getting value from when like to induce? We could probably like bet small for value, but then it's like fold to a jam maybe.
Yeah, for sure. I believe that's exactly how I would play it. Stuffs it.
But the thing is, like, you bet small to induce, right? Like, can we fold to a jam? That's kind of why I don't like block betting here. I think like checking and evaluating the size on the river is probably better. Because it's really tough to get called by worse.
Oh, he makes the call.
Yeah, like when you induce, like you got the thing that you wanted him to do, right? So you have to call, I think.
$61. So now it's the 31, the button. So the cutoff now has 61. Alright. Oh, what do you think about this play here?
Opening 8-5 suited or limping it, you mean? I
Yeah,
don't like limping.
pretty savage, right? What do you think about overcalling from the button with 10-3 suited?
You mean over limp?
Yeah,
Probably bad. But I don't know. You're in position. You're the chip leader. He should have a lot of ICM pressure. I think calling is probably bad. Like if you want to get out of line, you want to get out of line by raising.
yeah, so this player is opt out from short scope, but he has a 91 in ability. And his average buy-in is 37.
Hmm.
So,
So he's a low stakes crusher.
yeah,
Yeah, limping on the final table seems like a low stakes move.
what do you think about this flat?
With pocket nines,
No, with ace king.
ace king off, flatting. I like it. Under the gun range is going to be super strong. He's also the chip leader who can rip it on you a lot. When we flat here, ace king is like our best hand, our best flatting hand. So I think it's fine. You have the stack sizes wrong, I think. The under the gun has like 80. Sorry, the under the gun actually has 95.
Hmm. Where is it? There it is. Okay, so 95. $31. 66. 19. Cut off 34, button 24. Small blind has 29. And big blind has, no, small blind has 69, 68. And big blind has 30. Alright. Do you think there's merit in having like a small three bet there? Or it should be just all in?
I think small three bet is good because the people behind you can go all in, and then the under the gun player can just snap them off, and you just fold. Like if somebody behind you rips it, and the under the gun player just snap calls, like ace king off here is just an easy fold.
Under the gun open, and then we are from the hijack and we are calling with ace king offsuit here. It is going all in 0% of the time, and it is picking a small three bet almost never. If we wanted, we could three bet small with ace king. But ace king is the call, wait. 21, 20. So it's actually more profitable to three bet it small here, even against a cheap leader. Okay, so now. So now we went with the call, and then we have the big blind who goes all in. Best response with pocket nine, and that's fine. That's a good play.
Yeah, this is what I mean. Like ace king here is a snap fold after the under the gun player calls.
So we go with the three bet. And then under the gun. Should be calling
Not with ace queen off though.
with ace king with like eights or better. And then he should not, like ace queen off here is losing money. A lot of money, especially like you're not even closing the action. So,
It's also calling king five suited, which I think is not correct.
yeah, but that's just
I
an
think that's a
outlier.
solver error.
What you wanna do here is just to pick up 10% of aces, so something like this, 0.11. One
Still
twelve,
calling a king five.
yeah, it really likes king five, but yeah, it's an outlier. You probably just wanna stick to like pocket eights and better.
But he decides to run it.
Yeah, pretty bad call from ace queen. What do you think is the best play here with ace eight suited, multi-way with a suited acer?
Um, we can probably flat or three bet because we are chip leader.
If we're looking at ICM charts, I'm 100% sure this is just a fold.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a majority fold, but like uniquely because we are the chip leader with an ace, a suited one at that. I think we get to three bet a lot here and put a lot of pressure on under the gun.
I don't think
It's
that.
like the thing is the under the guns ICM opening range has a lot of like ace X and king X, and because we have an ace X, we can put a lot of pressure on the rest of their range. Now he just happens to also have ace king off, so it is a little iffy. Like I think ace king off just has a clear jam now after the small blind raises.
Under the gun has 26. Hijack has 66. The big blind has 64. The small blind has 64 as well. The button has 68. Cutoff's 24. Hijack 34. 24, I said. 34. 34. Right, and we're missing Mr. the nerd guy. Nineteen, there we go. Right, open to two big blinds. And then we have a 3x 3 bets, that's gonna be 6. Alright, let's see. And now facing the three bet, what do you think ace king should do here?
Rip it. For the same reasons that I'm going to be three betting a lot here from the small blind is the same reasons why I want to rip it under the gun with ace king.
Alright, so under the gun open and then the small blind. Decides to three bet small. So yeah, that's good. And then the small blind. So the small blind seems to be mostly calling with a hand like ace eight. Yeah, he calls 92% of the time here with it. So there's not many three bets here. And I'm also surprised because I thought we would have more like all ins with the suited wheels. But that's just really ace five. It's picking these instead of picking these.
No, I would generally agree if this was like in the chip EV model. I think in the ICM model where like their opening range is much more condensed, we want like two blockers. So like ace 10 suited, if we do want to three bet or rip it,
Still
is
mostly,
like
yeah, but it's still mostly just a call.
we're yeah, I know, but we're blocking the top and bottom of their range. So like when we call, we're like going to the flop with like plus even equity. So when they have like king queen, we're flipping, right? Like with a little bit of extra equity. So raising is more for like equity denial than anything.
Yeah. Anyhow, we know we can call here with this ace eight suited, but three betting here is not really a thing. And then
I
facing,
like the three bet there as well. I think that calling the majority is like the best GTO approved play. Just for like general strategy, final table strategy when you're the one of the chip leaders, like we can just put a lot of pressure here, especially when we have an ace.
so going all in with ace king here returns $55. No, $180.
You're looking at ace queen, I think.
Oh, yeah. So 577, 37. And then if we call with it, we're looking at $200. So it's less profitable to call here and it would be a bit better to jam.
Yeah, it's like much less profitable because he can basically, well, he should be betting any on any flop here, I think. But yeah, like ace king should have took that down pre-flop. I don't like this defend at all. I think big blind can just fold 9-8 off here against under the gun, especially under the gun that has way more big blinds than him. He just has to play super tight.
Yeah,
Hey, do you want to move your browser a little bit to the right?
yes, sorry. Like this?
Yeah, that's good.
What do you think about this limp with 10-9 off here?
I think that limping on the final table is bad. So the over limp from C Darwin is like building on a mistake.
What
Because
is,
like when it goes limp, the short stack big blind here can just like rip it, and then like you're just giving him free money. On this flop here, I mean, like 10-9, you don't have any showdown, I guess. Like you can just bet, I suppose, and like one and done bet. Like the out of position players need to play super straightforwardly against you. So I think this is fine. Like I don't think ace five ever gets the call here. Yeah, I think we just have a fold now. Or a raise. Wow. And he calls it.
up to no good, my friend.
The ace five is the one that's up to no good.
I think both are. What is going on Tuesday on Pokerstars? Min raise, everyone should fold.
The thing is he limped, right? And then bet the flop. So like he could have really, really bad queens on the river.
Would you bet here with ace queen? One big one?
We called pre-flop, right?
Hmm,
Did we three
so-
bet here?
No, it's a single raise spot.
Oh, this is single raise pot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet ace queen of diamonds here. 20% might be. No, that's the correct size. I would use around the sizing as well.
What do you
I
think
guess.
about raising with trips here from this SPR?
Yeah, I think it's fine.
I do not think it's fine at this SPR. You want to, like, you can call, you don't want to lose your customer.
He bet one big blind, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, I think this is fine.
okay.
Because he's like probably check now or like bet tiny. Yeah. So when we raise queen four, sorry, it's not so much that we have queen four, but it's more that the board is 4-4-3 that we're gonna check raise the flop. I think C Darwin also still has a lot of like pocket pairs that he has to contend with. And if he has any of the lower pocket pairs, he's probably getting it all in once we raise. So like if he had pocket sixes there, I think he's just all in.
What do
Oh,
you
I
think
think
about
someone's
this?
about to bust out.
What do you think about pocket 10 jamming here?
Probably not that good.
16 big blinds.
The end of the gun is raising to a bigger size as well, right? Than what he was normally opening to.
Yeah,
I think it like can't be bad, but I don't like it.
this one has 27. And this one has 44, small blind 44. Button 44, I don't, button 27. Cutoff 26. Hijack 29. Middle position 29 and under the gun. Hang on. Alright. So big blind 58. Small blind 44. Button 27. Cutoff 26. Hijack 29. MP 55. EP 16. And that's like 51. Alright, let's see. The open is 2.2 big blinds. And then we have the choice to call or go all in.
It's 2.5 open, right?
Yeah,
You put 2.2.
is it 2.5?
Pretty sure. 6,000 times 2 is 12,000. And then if I add in 3,000, which is half, makes that 15,000.
Alright, so under the gun open, and then we're looking at EP. EP should be calling with. Okay, so here we want to have something like 15%, 10% of aces, that's gonna be 0.16. We get a hero more. 0.15. Okay. So this would be the rejam range for early position. Pocket 10 here is gonna make $200 when it jams her.
How much is the jam worth?
$200.
What about flat?
The flat is worth $190. I'd much rather flat.
So, yeah. So he's out.
And he is
It's just one of those hands that's like, I think you're only ripping it because you're the shortest stack. Go back to the. Like, make his stack not the lowest stack. So like you see how he's at 16, make him like 30, like 32. Yeah.
What do you think
he
is
still
gonna
wants
be
to
the
rip it?
attack? Is it gonna be more of a call or more of a raise?
I think it might be more of a call.
Under the gun open and we are early position here. And then pocket tens. Returns $10 when we call. What? How much? $100 when we call. And then when we rip, we only make, yeah, that's a big difference. Deeper we are, the more we wanna call here.
Yeah.
Calling
We-
is a lot more profitable unless we are the short stack. So you're right. It's the kind of jam that is only profitable because we're the short stack, but it's really close.
Yeah. It's just like, it just sucks because he has to do it because he's a short stack and he's going to get stacked a lot.
I like calling here with sevens.
I like three betting. Like, I don't allow people to walk in my park. There ain't
Yeah,
no
but
walk.
it's big stack versus big stack, and then this guy can wake up.
Yeah, but so the button is the player that's been limping this whole time, right? And he has shown down with like really trashy hands. So I'm going to punish him a lot here.
Don't you wanna just keep him in the pot and hit your seven?
I want to keep him in the pot with like my better hands. So keeping him in the pot with like low pocket pairs is bad. I want to punish him and not give him equity.
You think? Because I thought this would be a fun strategy to like call here with trying to set mine.
You can probably set mine here if he opened it, but because he limped it and this guy's just a habitual limper, I think you get to raise a lot. Yeah, like when you limp, half the deck is bad for you, right? And because the big blind can just check, doesn't have to commit any chips, like it's even worse for you. Even if it's like 8-3 deuce, you still have to just play very passively. What was the flop action here with the 10-7?
Check, check.
Okay.
Ooh, the scary run out.
Yeah.
What do you think about this overcall here with queen ten off?
Against the under the gun open, this is bad.
I
He's
think,
also has like a lot fewer chips, so his opening range should be more condensed as well.
yeah, I don't know how this guy has a 91 in ability.
I don't look at the ability level at all on Shark Scope. Like it has no bearing. If I can crush like $1 games, does it mean I'm gonna crush like 1K games?
Oh,
Probably not.
Fade Tappy seems to think so.
Uh Nerd guy bet one big blind on the flop, check turn, and then here on the river. probably check fold because if it goes check check, we still win sometimes with a king high.
Yeah.
You could also bluff as well. I think both are fine.
So he opens now with Jack 10 offsuit. This guy's a little bit out of line.
Hey, Louis.
Hey, what's up?
Not much, man.
We're looking at the 1K Super Tuesday final table.
Okay.
And we've seen a lot of colorful plays so far.
Good, good. Who do we have here? C. Darwin.
Yeah, a big name here.
The nerd guy is somebody, I think. I don't know the other ones. Actually, I think Simon's somebody too.
Yeah, so Mr. Fate Happy seems to have a very, very liberal idea of ICM. What do you think about this call here?
That's not even a call in chippy V. Like,
So what did he do? He called?
this guy
Hey,
is
call
just
here.
like making extremely loose like plays pre-flop.
Yeah, he opened like Jack 10 off. He limped
Well, I
9
mean,
10 off.
being covered here also just seems like he's going down some exploitative part of the game tree here. Flatting this guy and check raising him with this trash. I mean, that's all I can really say.
Yeah, that's a little bit wild with 3-6 here.
Seems crazy.
It gets called.
Yeah, I mean,
Wow.
I mean, there's got to be some history here, right? Like,
No, this guy, this Fate Happy guy is just like blasting pre-flop and post-flop.
what's the
Just like going nuts.
He's a duster.
what's the buy-in on this? You said it's a Super
It's a
Tuesday.
1K.
A casual 1K on Tuesday on Pokerstars.
Casual.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this seems ambitious.
I think
so-
what happened here is Fate Happy won a satellite into this thing, and now he's just like partying.
He's just ran over the
He
entire
could be,
the
he
entire
could be
tournament.
drinking right now. So small blind call with 8-6 suited.
Yeah, this guy makes it hard to do any kind of like analysis on the situation, really.
But these are the type of people that are going to be on your table, so we have to
Look at it. Yeah.
try. I think bet small is correct here.
Oh my
Probably just call now if I'm C Darwin.
So
No spade, no
this-
diamond.
This is definitely a call. When this guy is going like crazy as he is, doing all this madness, you just want to give him as much rope as possible.
Yeah.
Right.
If I'm resigned to the fact that I'm never going to fold to any action, I just call. Like re-raising here opens us to like some trouble, I think. If he actually does have it,
You just, when a guy's going crazy like that, you just want to give him a chance to make mistakes, and
yeah,
raising
exactly.
there, just I don't think it's good. So what do we have here? Darwin opened early position. Is that what happened?
Yeah.
We got to defend from the big line.
Yeah.
Yep. I think
So
pretty
45
standard.
big blinds. I think this is probably a fine open.
Yeah, it's like 50 big blind effective almost. So 45.
So how much? Like how far are we gonna go with this call? We're calling the first one?
With Queen Jack, this is definitely a call. If I'm C Darwin, I'm probably betting bigger as well. I think he went half pot. I would like to go like 67%. But yeah, it's like a small difference. Simon here is gotta be like very cautious because C Darwin could just have a 10, King 10, Ace 10, Queen 10.
So after the turn goes check, check, do you think there should be a block bet?
Um,
You cap yourself block betting here, I think.
yeah, the thing is like
But
If-
checking, you cap yourself as well, no?
if you had a 10 here on the if you're C Darwin with a 10 here on the turn, you could just check back.
Mhm.
Like, especially if you have the 10 of diamonds, you could just check back. Because you have the nuts, right?
Well, so like, the fact that the board has a flush draw now on the turn, and this guy covers you, the board state's still dynamic, right? So if another diamond comes in, we would be capped on the river if we're betting the turn. Because, I mean, that would polarize us towards like 10x, right? So if we bet the turn, and let's say the queen of diamonds comes on the river, like, we could really get boxed by Simon, especially considering he covers us, you know? He could, it would give him the Odamo green light, essentially. Because, I mean, we would have to fold, right? Like, what if he just donk jams? Something like that.
Yeah.
Fold
I
it
actually really like the sizing from Simon here as well.
Yeah, he has one of his value hands, so he sized up a little bit.
This is not no. We're turning our Queen Jack into a bluff here because we block Queen 10 and Jack 10, which would have played the same.
Hmm.
Yeah, I mean, you probably get to do this versus versus another large stack that you cover pretty liberally. So, I mean, it's probably pretty good.
Like, it's super easy for C Darwin to have a two pair or even a set, and they have to fold still.
Have a little limp
I
here.
really like donking large there.
Limp back from Simon with king eight. Squeeze.
Darwin with the ace blocker, just jamming 40 big blinds into a 3 big blind pot.
Yeah,
I
Yeah,
like
I
it.
like that. I
I
like it
like
as
it.
well. Fate Happy has been limping every hand, so punish him, especially with someone who overlimps with a big stack.
Right, so Simon should be relatively capped limping, because otherwise he would be ISOing. So I think it lets Darwin just go kind of bananas.
Whoa, I was about to say I think we're gonna see some blood here, but
definitely seeing some blood here.
now it's like, what do you even do with Jack 5? You click it, right?
Yeah,
You want to be
Right.
able to get it all in on the river.
I
Yeah,
don't,
I would think so.
That size, I think, is too big.
yeah, especially against this guy when we know he's up to no good. Wow.
I mean, now we're just all in.
I mean, I guess it kind of makes sense when you have a hand like Jack 5 that's really strong and you know the guy's out of line, right? Maybe you want to just go pretty heavy for value. It's kind of an interesting spot.
He bet one big blind and we made a 7.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I see.
I think C Darwin has a flat or a 3-bet pretty easily. Facing a open and a flat, ace jack off, I think can just rip it here. I like that.
Yeah, I
King
agree.
queen's got to fold, ace ten's got to fold.
Mixing it up, limping with pocket jacks, why not?
He's limping
Yeah, I mean,
everything. He just
yeah,
doesn't open to 2x.
Uh-oh.
I think this is a call. If we're limping with garbage, like this is why we limp, right? With
yeah,
our
you
good
gotta
hands as
call
well.
those.
Oh, no
Yeah,
flush.
for sure.
Honestly, I would raise here, but much bigger, and I might even make it like 5 big blinds.
I would pure limp here.
I think this might be a hand that actually does like to raise. I think sixes, when you're this deep, definitely likes to call. So, I mean, what are we, 6 max? We need like 4 middling stacks, 1 short, and 1 big. And we need to be rather deep, so I'm just gonna see if I can find something similar. So. This one is actually good. I've got a 10, 40, 40, 60, 40, 40.
Yeah.
So what is the blind versus blind, small blind first in strategy? Like here. Very, very heavily limping. Lots and lots and lots of limping.
Yeah, I
King
thought it
eight.
would be, yeah. All the
Yeah.
suited stuff, right? And then you wanna
Right.
raise like king eight offsuit kind of hands, right?
So you want to kind of start raising your best suited aces and your trashiest suited hands. And then there's like mixed frequencies of all of your offsuit ace X, king X. So king eight, you don't want to get blown off your equity. It's like pretty soundly in the
Pure limp.
pure limping zone of things. And let's
That's
just see
good.
what the response is. So we're in the big blind versus a open. Yeah, so the big blind's not really raising either. So if we were to open, they're only raising like the trashiest offsuit aces and the best, like pocket aces and ace king and stuff. Yeah, I mean, so it's pretty interesting. He should be raising a lot, by the way. So when we limp in, all of his offsuit trash, all of his best hands, and his trashiest suited hands should all be raising.
Yeah.
So that's like 5 big blinds. Yeah, that's probably all right. Ooh,
I think
What
this
is
is
he doing? What,
what kind of voodoo magic is this?
what
I
on
think
earth? is
he's probably just trying to exploit the fact that
He's squeezing.
everyone,
people?
well, yeah, everyone's trying to isolate this fight to P guy because he limps. So he probably was, yeah, I don't know. This is,
Yeah, but so the issue with this is that um in the flow of the game so far, nobody has been raising over Fade Tappy. So when you do it with kings, it's like a little bit more telling of your hand strength. And then also like 6-3 suited also raising here is like kind of bad.
Totally out of line.
I think if the game has been like they're just isolating the limper the whole time, then I like the raise with the 6-3.
And do you like calling here or this is just always an all in?
no.
We're pretty equal stacked, right? Both like almost chip leader.
Yeah.
I
I
think
think
this,
he actually covers us. I think I prefer flatting here.
dude, that's crazy. Why would you not just put this in?
It's a cold four bet. What do you think he has?
Because if he can bluff, then I want to let him bluff, right? Like if we're literally never getting away anyway, then if we see a flop with an ace on it and he's like all in, then just fold.
I'm never taking this hand to the flop versus this action.
Always ripping?
Yeah, man, like the SPR is gonna be so shallow and there's a lot of ICM pressure here. Like you're gonna get there's gonna be so many situations you get just pushed off of kings.
So if the board runs out all cards that are under the king, king, are you folding by the river?
Maybe. It really depends on the board texture.
So
It
like
doesn't have to be.
let's
doesn't
just
have to
say it's like
be-
medium to low disconnected 5 cards. We check called, and then we check on the river. We have an overpair and he rips it. It's like, did it even matter? Because if we're afraid of aces, right, then like we were just gonna get owned anyway.
Maybe we can look at some scenarios. So let's just see how a king deep stack is responding. We're gonna assume instead of a limp that it was an open though. I just have a really hard time seeing a king ever wanting to take it post flop.
Wanna share
Like,
the screen? Or
I like the jam here because of
Uh,
the previous game action.
Yeah, let me share real quick. So we need like equal stacks with one like dangler-esque short stack. Where am I at? Preflop Academy. So it could be, well, this is kind of a little crazy. So maybe something like, well, that's too shallow. Maybe something like this. Okay, so there's one short and everyone else is about the same and there's one guy covering. It's like the same one we were just looking at. So verse cold 4 is essentially it. So we're going to be in the small blind. No, we need to be in the big blind. 3-betters this, pre-flop raisers this. Maybe this isn't going to work range wise. Small blind. So, well, I mean, this can kind of tell you what it's doing. So like big blind versus 4-bet. This is their cold 4 range. Okay. Very heavily blocker oriented. And this is what the small blind should be doing. This doesn't really answer the question though. I mean, you could probably run a sim in HRC and just compare calls versus jams, right?
Yeah,
Maybe if I got something just a smidge deeper. Let's try something. So something like this. This might work because it's super deep. So verse cold 4. So we want to be big blind, small blind, and like cut off. So big blind, cold 4-bet range. For small blind, this is what they're cold for, but they're just jamming. Small blind should be raising pretty liberally. Big blind's just calling with these.
oh, the 10.
Oh, little Pepe, eat it. JK,
Uh-oh,
we both got it straight. I can't beat him, man. He's too good. The high stake. He's got the high stakes run good.
yeah,
Yeah, I don't know. It's I think we need HRC to actually compare.
alright, I'll do it.
My only issue with this is that just like when we jam over him, we're telling him that we have a really good hand. Like we don't have bluffs when we jam over him because of the flow of the game. So when we call pre-flop, just because like everyone has been letting Fate Happy walk to the flop here, and now that it goes like raise raise, when we like jam it in, there's basically no bluffs.
So what's wrong with that in this scenario?
Like we could let Simon hang himself here with like pocket nines on the flop. I do like jamming, however, like if we have been isolating Fate Tappy this whole time, then I like the jam because it's like it's more bluffy. It's less straightforward.
Button
And
limps.
I think in this in HRC it's like obviously a jam.
Yeah, I would think so too. I mean, so like looking at the actual specific game dynamic and stuff, like, okay, they're doing this, so this is how the game state's been in the flow, so I should be doing this, is like, okay, I can understand that. I just feel like playing a pot out of position 50, 45 big blinds deep or whatever it is for someone who covers you is it's just a recipe for disaster.
Like let's say he does have an like he doesn't have 6-3, right? Let's say he does have an ace X. He still has 30% equity. It's
Yeah, but
like
he can't call it off, is what I'm saying with regards to that. Like he should be getting out of line with ace five and stuff, I would think.
Don't you guys find this one surprising?
he actually does have 6-3 suited.
That's pretty funny.
This one is a bit
He's like an
like,
ICM god, obviously.
ICM God, or maybe he's getting some, some help.
I just got little Pepe, finally.
Oh, the guy's my enemy as well.
Yeah, I know. I took him down for you.
He's from Sweden, right? Or somewhere
I
like that.
think, I'm not sure he's been deleted from my table. Otherwise, I would tell you.
It's either some like Northern European or like Argentina.
So looking at this in HRC is going to be difficult anyways, right?
Why?
Like, I mean, we're going to have to try to,
Yeah, let him limp as well. Like
Yeah, limping is, we've been looking at the limp.
I mean,
Small
regardless, this is
button limp,
a fine
we
jam,
see.
but it just makes it more straightforward to play like this when the game flow just has not been like this. And honestly, like if he makes a mistake and calls with like ace queen, am I even that happy? Because like we're getting into the sweaty palm territory where we're first and second in chips and we're rumbling pre-flop. It's like that just shouldn't happen, right?
I mean, that's a pretty tall order. It's a pretty tall order in a 1K for someone to call or call off a 4-bet with ace queen when you're first and second in chips.
Yeah, but okay, let's say he has ace king suited. Like if he can call with just like an ace, it would just be like we don't even feel great, right? It just never feels good. But
Right,
then obviously, like when you turn it over and he has like queens, we're just like, yeah, I got you. But then it's like when he has an ace, you're just like, oh God, please.
You're probably supposed to even be folding kings if you're Simon first that action.
so this is the range he should actually squeeze.
But he's
Well, I mean,
obviously squeezing with like
he's gonna need some bluffs.
6-3 suited.
He's gonna need some bluffs.
So it's a lot more profitable to jam with kings.
Yeah, I didn't think it would even be close, to be honest.
This is the button.
It is the button.
Oh. So this one here,
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Wow, this guy, way out of line. And he's punishing me.
so calling returns $460 and shipping it in, it returns $850. Always shipping it in.
Yeah, like I said, I think the machine shipping it in here is great. It's gonna do it every time. It was more of a game flow adjustment, exploitative adjustment.